Welcome to part 2 of the two-part interview with Acting Chief Fire Officer Mr. William Penn and Leading Fire Officer Mr. Gaston Walters about Fire and Safety Awareness Week 2014. During part 1, we discussed the theme for Fire Safety Awareness Week, Fire Prevention and Education 2014. Today, we will talk about some of the social activities and competitions that mark this special week. Tell us about some of those activities.
I'll let Mr. Walters speak to those.
Okay. To add to it, we have from the Monday to the Friday at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. We have a morning devotion quiz for the children, asking them questions, and the first caller and the second caller also get a gift certificate. And this is from Monday to the Friday. Also on the Monday at 6 p.m. we'll be having our fire officers will be displaying the drills, the different drills, and we'll be showing the public our skills when it comes to drilling and matching. Also on Tuesday we'll be having dominoes, and that's at the fire department starting at 6:30. On Wednesday night, we'll be having a trivia night where the fire officers will be testing the knowledge and how much knowledge they have about the fire service, the history of the fire department. And on Thursday night, we'll be having our dominoes and darts again. And on Friday night, the fire officer will be displaying the capabilities of breathing apparatus drill, where they go through this endurance drill assessment, where we have to climb the tower using our breathing apparatus, and also we have to be on the crawling along the road, and we'll be hitting all that stuff. It's going to be exciting. You come in and see it's testing the endurance of the fire officers.
So it's also like an obstacle course too.
That's correct. And on Saturday, we'll be having a fun walk, healthy walk from the fire headquarters at 5:30 to CSY. All able bodies, even in the wheelchairs, can come out and enjoy that morning with us.
Okay, that sounds very interesting.
It's last thing, Mr. Walters talk about those different activities. I'm smiling, and laughing because it reminded me of when I was doing my training and development over the number of years. And before I say that though, let me just add to one of the points he made in regards to the morning devotion radio quiz. And just to say that the first two correct callers, we're hoping to award them a prize in form of a gift certificate. But back to the point in terms of the BA endurance competition. One might just look from the outside and think it's easy. But you're doing this breathing apparatus set. What it does is help you to sustain life within a oxygen deficiency atmosphere. In other words, that's why firefighters can enter into a building with all these toxic gases and smoke and so on and operate. And you have a time frame to do that. You're exposed to heat and humidity and so on. So that has a lot of fatigue on the body. So, but you have to be conditioned. And the more conditioned you are, the more you're able to withstand the atmospheric condition you're operating in to be effective and efficient in achieving the task. But during the training and development, and you have gone through a lot of situations where adults, grown men with families, 40-odd years old, cry for their mother because of those, situations, to testing the endurance, because you're put in some, real life situation, and, when you're faced with them, you begin to think that, this is the end. And adult, grown man cried, and that's why I laughed, Mm-hmm. So I think that's an important thing to see. And in saying that, I think in the Virgin Islands, we have a lot more individuals who can appreciate what Mr. Walters speaks to. We do the fire suppression training for the STW training at the Fire Service College. That's for persons operating in the marine industry and anyone that operates on a motor vessel. You must be certified in a number of areas. There are 4 components, and the fire suppression model we are responsible for. And those seafaring individuals, when they are training exposed in the fire suppression, come out to appreciate, because we take them into a 40-foot and a 20-foot container that is designed like a ship, and we heat it up about 110 degrees thereabout, and they have to go through different crawls and climb up ladders and down ladders and little tunnels and so on. And most time, before they get to the end, they're knackered, they're exhausted, and they're gasping for breath. Some of them become disoriented and so on. Those are the conditions he's referring to. Now they can appreciate when a firefighter goes into a building to fight a fire, and the kind of condition and challenges he are faced with, and make the task so difficult. But again, it's your training, it's your confidence in your resources that you have with you, and also your colleagues with you, and also your physical ability to withstand the conditions and endure to achieving the task that make you successful.
Okay. Just before we go along, forget to mention, we cannot start the fire service before we have some sort of blessing upon the fire officers. So we start fire service week at Saturday with a church service at Rotong Baptist Church at 9:30.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock at Rotong Baptist Church.
Okay, on Sunday.
On Saturday. On Sunday, sorry.
Okay,
Sunday.
Okay. On Sunday, you're starting the day off with the Rotong Baptist Church service.
Service, yes.
Okay. So, in conclusion, what would you want your viewing audience, the viewing audience, to come away with? Those who come out and participate in Fire Safety Awareness Week, what would you like them to come away with from this week?
Simple. We live in an environment that sustains life, and in that environment, there's a number of components that have negative impact on our well-being, that help us to have good jeopardy. And the more we are aware of the contribution that fire causes to the environment and cause negatively on us, is better for us going forward. We can live a better quality of life. We can have a much cleaner environment. Our medical costs can be much lower. And the more you're aware, the better you're prepared to deal with any circumstances that may arise. And by having the information, you are more proactive, and that's the goal.
Okay. So as I wrap up, is there anything else you would like to add? Any other thing that you would like for the public to know?
I would like to invite the public out on the daily and nightly activities, so that, they can actually see the officers that go out and put their lives on the hand for the community. And if we can fellowship, associate with the public, they too will lend a helping hand to us, so that when there's any emergency, they'll know that the officers, they are capable of carrying out the tasks they were supposed to. So just come in, see what we have in store for you, and we have a great time together.
Okay.
And it's an opportunity to build community cohesiveness, which is important. Our success also rely on our relationship with the community, and also our leadership with them as well. So we ask them to come out, join with us, and ensure that they utilize the offers we have for the week to help them to be better prepared. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your insights. Thank you again, Mr. Penn and Mr. Walters, for your insight and information. Fire Safety Week is from Sunday, October 5th to Saturday, October 11th. Everyone is invited to spectate and participate in the various activities we just discussed. For this and other stories, you can log on to www.bvi.gov.vg or join us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for joining us.